And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Rob the Warrior Strategist coming at you on this lovely Monday afternoon, 4:23 in the PM. And today, I want to talk to you about business visibility, media sources, interviews, all that good stuff. Great to see all of you. Because in June, I have an exciting announcement to make. I'm going to be holding Tactical CEQ, my first class in a couple months. As you guys know, I teach a visibility course a couple times a year, teaching people how to dominate media, how to recruit celebrities for your business, teaching how to get media interviews, how to figure out your angles so that you're interviewable, grow an audience, all kinds of crazy stuff, plus how to do your social media. So in that topic of visibility and business growth, I wanted to share with you guys some inside tactics that will help you to get more interviews, because let's be honest, everybody wants interviews and nobody wants to put in the work. That's why we pay people that have databases that can do it for us, right? Hopefully you guys are doing okay. I know things are a little wild right now. San Diego is no different, trust me. But I wanted to come out and just give you guys some really strong tips and some hidden sources that people don't traditionally think about. And I'll be dropping some links too to tell you exactly how to do this stuff. We got Richard Kaufman, the comeback coach, popping on. We got Samuel, Dave Jocelyn. What's going on? Good to see you, brother. Bobby Curtis from Patriotic Frog. John Rinkin, Petra, all these great people. Adam Lamb. All right, guys, so let's just jump into it, because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, we all want media interviews, and not all of us can afford a fancy PR firm that can place us in media. A lot of us don't understand like what we need to do in order to even be media savvy, right? And so what I want to do is I want to share a couple things that most people don't know about. This is stuff that I share at what I call the client level, because I'm going to tell you guys something that has been very prevalent in my last couple years, is that sometimes certain things we don't think about have really, really powerful results in business. And so if you incorporate guest speaking, presentations, think a little bit further than just newspapers, TV, and podcasts, right? And focus on things that will get you in front of a lot of eyes that are in your genre, okay? And I'm going to give you guys some examples here in a minute of exactly what I'm talking about. But the point is that there are certain things you can do to create a really powerful media plan that aren't mainstream. Traditionally, when we think about hiring a publicist or a PR person or someone to help us get more visibility, they're good, but usually for the most part, they do direct placements with like news stations. And if that's what you want, that's fine. They're super expensive. Their results aren't always good. And you never have a guarantee of placement with most PR agencies, let's be honest. PR fraud is very prevalent as well, which is why I'm more of a teach several different types of visibility person whenever I take on a client. Can I do TV interviews and get you in newspapers and get you on a ton of podcasts? Absolutely. But I teach more than that, because I want you seen on several different levels by a lot of different people. And that's why I teach the social media aspects of it. I teach how to cross platforms. I teach you how to do posts that are really powerful, how to create teams of people that will do posts for you, things like that. Like my strategies are very asymmetrical. So that's why I'm not a digital marketer. I'm not a PR person. I'm just a strategist, and I love it. So let's get into it. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. If you have any questions, you can always ask in comments, and I always circle back, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. Nick Valentine, what's going on, brother? Great to see you, man. Sorry it's been a couple days. All right, so let's just talk about it. So for tonight's training, 3 hidden sources of media interviews. And so these are non-traditional, but I have a feeling these can be highly effective. So the first thing to think about is There is an entire world of potential interviews in what we call academic journals. What's an academic journal? It's a regular publication that comes out, but they're bigger picture, right? They're academic journals for doctors, for lawyers, for TV personalities, for real estate agents. They're academic journals or regular journals for almost any industry. And if you can get an interview in one of these journals, or you can publish an article, you're going to greatly expand your reach. And you guys know me, I'm the warrior strategist. I don't mess around with like vague verbiage or like, teasing you and not giving you the info. So if you want to create an asymmetrical plan that incorporates academic journals to get you these interviews, to get you guest writing, whatever, the easiest way to do it, and I'm going to give you guys solid gold tonight, is to go to Wikipedia right there with that link. And there's your list of academic journals. You see that it's neatly broken up. List of biology journals, list of medical journals, list of environmental journals, list of psychology, psychiatry, philosophy. So find the academic journal that is closest aligned to your business or whatever your area of genius is, okay? And if your area of genius is something a little bit more generic, like you just sell stuff or you're kind of like a service provider, you can absolutely just look for business journals, management, leadership, marketing, all this stuff, and just take it to a level a little bit more general than usual. But academic journals, if you look at this, there are hundreds of them. This is a great source of interviews for you guys. So like I said, there are two ways that you can make this into something that's super beneficial for your business. You can either guest write or you can be featured in an article in these journals. Most of these are published either monthly, quarterly, whatever. But it's a great time to just reach out to them, find out who the publishing editor is, and just pitch them. And just ask, do you need guest submissions, or would you, I'd be up for giving you guys an interview, and I'm going to teach you this, this, and this. A lot of value for your audience. And if you write yourself a good pitch, just reach out to them. All you're going to do is rack up wins. So that's the first tip. Academic journals. There's tons of them. All right? So number two, we got Antoine popping on. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Number two is nonprofits, and the strategy is still the same. Go to Wikipedia, find yourself a nice nonprofit that is aligned with what you're doing, and either get an interview, like have them interview you, or have them feature you, maybe for a small donation, maybe you align with them, whatever. But nonprofits have a lot of pull and a lot of eyes on them if they're doing it right, okay? So right there, you see hundreds of 503c nonprofit organizations. So what I would do if I wanted a whole ton of interviews is I would figure out what my pitch is, like how I create value for the audience of the nonprofit, and then I would look up nonprofits that are related to my niche or my industry. So for Antoine, I would look up nonprofits related to photography and journals. 2 for 1, buddy. But nonprofits are a great way to get yourself some easy media coverage. And maybe you'll get featured on their website. Maybe they'll interview you. Maybe, you can cross-promote them, whatever. But there are literally hundreds of nonprofits, if not thousands, in America. And those are a great source of interviews for you guys. All right. And last, we're going to go to the third source. And this one, nobody ever thinks of. This one's wild. I'm not going to lie, this one's a little trickier. But this is literally hundreds of thousands of eyes on you. In-flight airplane magazines. Many aircraft and airplane companies have in-flight magazines. Here are the top 10. Now, some things to consider. They are very picky who they take and who they feature. And it's going to sweeten up the deal if you can make your article related to either travel or something related to flight, aviation, something that's interesting to read. Because if you've ever read an in-flight magazine, all their articles are related to cultural stuff or, other countries or cuisine or vacations, whatever. And so you have to tailor your pitch into something that would be interesting for a person locked down in a plane for 12 hours to read. It's always about angle, guys. When you're creating these visibility plans and you're creating these pitches for yourself, you have to figure out why you're interesting and why people would care, okay? I now have 150 interviews under my belt. I just wrapped up a couple of podcast interviews and some other stuff that was great. And the main reason that people interview me is either because I'm a subject matter expert or because of my life story. And so in Tactical CEQ, for the visibility course, day one, I teach people the 7 different angles that producers look for when they're deciding to pitch somebody or when they're deciding to accept someone's pitch and interview them. And so those are 2 of them right there. Life story or your subject matter expert or something. Those are big ones. Those will get you interviews. Those will get people excited to interview you, to tell your story. So just some stuff to think about. All right, guys. This content, these ideas, these tips, these are all things that I teach in Tactical CEQ. As you guys know, it's coming June 22nd. I'm opening up the doors, and I'm going to teach Tactical CEQ to a small group of people, whoever it is that signs up. They're going to get 6 weeks of exclusive training, learning how to get a ton of interviews. They're going to learn how to incorporate their social media better. They're going to learn how to align with celebrities, how to grow an audience. Tactical CEQ is immensely powerful. And then you get lifetime membership to the mastermind once they graduate the course. If you want to know more, check out the website, www.tacticalceqcourse.com. And I do my best to get people interviews while they're in the course. So week 1, we go over your angle. Week 2, I teach you how to interview and partner up with celebrities. Week 3, I teach you social media, like 25 different types of posts. Like I go through everything. Because what Tactical CEQ does is it turns you from an expert into a business celebrity. And it shows you the difference between the 2 nuances. Plus, you get personal promotion by me, endorsement. You get magazine coverage in my business magazine Shift. It's a great deal. If you guys want to know more, just check out the website. Read up on it. So like I said, I'm opening the doors up June 22nd for my next course. Reviews are very good. Results have been incredible. And at the end of it, get a graduation coin. Take this very seriously. And these 3 tips are just some of the things that I teach within it. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. As always, I'm Rob the Warrior Strategist, teaching the best in visibility and growth tactics for your own business. Because I'll tell you right now, regardless of what you do, whether you're a photographer, an entrepreneur, a coach, a real estate agent, being highly visible and being famous attracts sales. Having an audience, creating amazing content, converting people into rabid fans. Tactical CEQ shows you how to do it. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have any, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And if you want to know more about Tactical CEQ, here is the link. Thank you, Antoine, for reminding me. Had to do some work on the website, but we are good to go. Let me double check that real quick. All right. Yep. We are good to go. All right. Sorry about that preview. That is incorrect, but the website is working. So feel free to pop onto that. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me as well. I love teaching this stuff. And like I said, guys, for my summary, academic journals, nonprofits, and then airplane in-flight magazines are 3 great ways to get a ton more interviews, a ton more visibility. If you have any questions, feel free to just ping me on Messenger, and hopefully you guys will have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Rob the Warrior Strategist, signing off.